Hello again. So I am getting married in 1 month. Now some of you might be like, I didn't know you had a partner. Some of you might think, I thought she was already married. But my partner Ben and I, we eloped the first time around. There were 4 people, 2 of which were us at the original ceremony. But we're doing the real thing with family and friends in 1 month, and I have so much to do. Well, really so much making. I'm making a lot of stuff because you know me, I'm a DIY kind of gal. So I'm gonna take you on this DIY journey with me as much as I can, as much as I remember to do, and as much as I can get done. I still have a lot of planning to do, sitting down and seeing, okay, what is actually the things I need to get done. But today I'm going to do some roller skating because I need to, not need to, but I want to get vaguely into shape. I'm pretty weak and out of shape after COVID, and I've only just started to feel like I have enough energy to attempt to move really again. Oh, lose my balance. And then I'm gonna come back and crochet like a madwoman, which is one of the things I know I have to get done.
Pay for a cottage, we'll be ready soon for our honeymoon. She's kind of bashful now, but will I teach her how?
And then my month of projects officially began, but I did have some stuff to get me started. Ben and I were each planning to have 6 people up there with us on each side. For my 6 ladies, I had planned sort of a cottagey, peasant, Knightcore little outfit that they are free to customize on their own. But I knew I wanted everyone to have like a similar base to work from. And we had all landed on this sort of mock-up here, which is a brown peasant dress, a white blouse underneath, and then I gave myself the very fun task of crocheting 6 bodices for my gals in a month. I don't know. It was a choice. I used Anne's pattern. Her Instagram handle is I Will Crochet. I won't be going into a how to do this kind of thing because it is a paid pattern. It's very reasonably priced though. I'll link it down below. And oh boy, did I crochet. I did it in lunch breaks, in the evenings, waiting for appointments. Basically, any little spot I could cram in some crocheting. That's what I had to do. I was constantly going for it. I will say it was difficult to make this many custom pieces for people I didn't see until like a day or 2 before the big event. And had I had people there for fitting, I might have made some changes. And like I know this pattern. It is in my brain, and I know now what I would change in the future. But for the purposes of this, I was well on my way. But crocheting some cottagecore bodices was not my only craft, of course. This wedding is an expression of both mine and Ben's truest selves, the things we love, the creativity and love we put into stuff, and was also really a celebration of our community and the place we've made as our home. And so I wanted to have my touch throughout the wedding of little special touches and things that only could have come from us. And even if it has a bit of a homemade feel, that really works for me and makes it an extension of myself that hiring a wedding planner or something just wouldn't have fulfilled that within me for my own wedding. So I went to work making some custom bunting for the reception. Luckily for me, I had a lot of plain burlap bunting left over from my 2021 Halloween crafts video, which you can see here, me doing a mini bunting. But for this one, I thought the plain burlap wasn't going to give the richness of the Knightcore celebration hall that I wanted. So I set out dyeing this bunting purple and painting some custom designs all over it. This was a lot messier of a project than I thought. Burlap is constantly puffing out burlap dust just everywhere, no matter if you've gotten it wet, if you've really dusted it off, you're gonna have burlap dust everywhere. And unplanned, my burlap kept on shrinking. And not necessarily just because of the heat contracting, it released a lot of fibers. And so I had to do a lot of trimming to clean it up. And then painting, I just got to freehand in some medieval designs. I took inspiration from various medieval tapestries, some ideas I had in my own mind, some things I felt represented me and Ben, and it really was just afternoon of creativity, just having fun. I didn't repeat any patterns. patterns. I took like similar ideas, but overall, I'm really happy with this, and now I just have it for the rest of my life. Yeah, I got some cute custom bunting. You know, it's not a big part of the wedding or anything. It's just some decoration, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I think it adds that little bit of homemade charm to the atmosphere. With the first little bits of wedding prep done, it was time to go to Cornwall. Now, the purpose of this trip was twofold. Number one, to have a little moment of calm before everything starts kicking into ultra high gear, but also to test some drinks from the Verdant Brewery so we could decide what we wanted to serve at the ceremony and reception for the big day. And it was so amazing. It was the first proper sunny weekend of spring, and it was so amazing to get to the waterside and have a bit of calm before the storm. A beautiful sunset led our way into Cornwall, and when we got there, we went to one of my favorite pubs in the world for a little drink before waking up bright and early the next day to take advantage of this gorgeous weekend. I was living my ultimate seaside cottagecore girl fantasy, of course, and I even saw this cute vintage car to get a little quick photo shoot with. Though I did also have a very vintage Marilyn Monroe moment. Luckily, I don't think anyone saw. After a day reading and relaxing by the sea, and after doing a few jobs for Sarah, whose house we were staying at, thank you very much, Sarah, we made our way to the Verdant Brewing Co., an independent brewery down in Cornwall. They had a lot of different stuff to try, so we got a few half pints to sample a bunch of stuff, and luckily they also had these amazing pizzas. Like, seriously, one of the best pizzas I've had in a long time. Oh my gosh. And we just had a really fun time having some drinks, eating pizza, and just sort of forgetting about the intricacies of wedding planning for a bit. Oh, and check out the beautiful prints they make of the labels for each of their beers. And these prints are on like nice quality cardstock, and you can buy them there for $5. Like, so cool. Definitely recommend it if you ever happen to be in Cornwall. But after a quick weekend getaway, it was time to get back to reality and get back into the nitty-gritty of wedding prep. And of course, back to wedding prep means back to crocheting. More and more and more, I'm starting to get some of them done. And then it was time to focus on making some more stuff to decorate the reception area. Luckily, I had some help for this. My good friend and my only local to Devon bridesmaid, Amy, came and helped me craft for an afternoon. So basically, the concept of the ceremony, which is in the woods, is more of a medieval, you know, everyone of course is like going to be in their medieval fantasy attire, but it's more grounded in reality. And then the idea when you move to the reception area, we've taken over one of my favorite pubs. Going from day to night, you enter the Fae Ball. It's more of a fairy, the Fae realm from D&D take on the Knightcore theme. So creating a fantasy atmosphere means a lot of fairy lights, vines, the whole deal. My mom is a ceramicist, and for part of the wedding, she made these little bowls that have like a very fairy type glaze to it. She's carved in some little mushrooms, which will double as snack bowls once this is all over, but will be little centerpieces to put candles in. And Amy and I set to work with making little rings to go around these little bowls. And I think they turned out really cute. You know, you gotta get some fairy lights in a jar. Luckily, these are all jars I already had on hand. Shove some battery pack fairy lights in there. Shove a little twig of ivy in there. Blue tack the cap on, and easy breezy and cute. I also did a similar thing in bigger lanterns, you know, those IKEA lanterns, wove the ivy in and out of the little bits so it looks like it's overgrowing. And, you know, these are some simple, super cheap and easy ways to just make your space more magical. And I've already used them since for a friend's birthday, so it's an investment piece. Another thing we did for our guest is provide a grab a cloak station. If you got a little chilly in the April weather, or if your outfit was deemed too modern, I didn't want to see any jeans there, we would have this to drape over you to give you more of the medieval Knightcore feel. Bought a bunch of off-cut fabrics from various fabric and upholstery companies and just cut those into like meter by 2 meter or meter by 1.5 meter pieces. And these were really popular and they're pretty handy to keep in like the trunk of the car now for impromptu picnics. It gets a bit chilly at an event. This was a really inexpensive option to allow people to delve into the spirit without having to go all out and buy a new outfit. And also, yeah, like I said, provide a bit of warmth. It's England in April. The weather is 50-50. And of course, Moira was queen of the cloaks. Good morning. I don't even know how to talk to a camera anymore, I'll be honest. But yeah, it is 1 week before the big day and my brain is absolute mush. People always say like weddings are so stressful, they're a lot of work, blah, blah, blah. But oh my goodness, I don't think anyone realizes just how much it is until you're in it. Word of advice to anybody planning weddings in the future or any big party really, take some time off before people start arriving, but I don't really have Oh, another package, but coming. You'll probably need a week off just to be there for all the freaking parcels to arrive of all the stuff you're ordering last minute. I'm definitely in that place where it is a mixture of excitement and tons of stress. As we get closer, all the jobs are being ticked off slowly but surely. I have one more crochet corset to finish. Feels really good to be on the last one. Then the majority of the things I can't do until we're in the space, which will be the morning of. But that's like the only time we can get in because it's a normal pub before the night before that. So it's going to be fun. I think I'm trying not to let my brain overload. I've rambled long enough. I need to get back to work, and annoyingly, and it's partially my fault because I always leave it to the last minute, I have to file my US taxes today. I'm gonna do that today, but I know it'll be a big weight off my shoulder once I do that, and then I don't have to worry about it for another year. All right, see you when I see you. So 1 week in, no, 1 week out. So 1 week out, and your girl's brain was starting to be a little soup. If you pressed in, it would just deflate. Struggling a little bit, but still finding time to finish my crocheting. But I finally finished. Which then let me focus what ended up being one of my favorite parts of the wedding, which was the guest book. Now, of course, you know, I'm not about to just have a typical come in and sign your name, have a great summer, see you in 10th grade type of book. I found these amazing medieval style tomes on Amazon. I'll put the company here because their stuff is so cool. The book covers are based on historic bindings, historic covers and prints, and the quality is just amazing. Like, this notebook was huge and only 20 pounds, 21 pounds, and bought tons of stickers in all of mine and Ben's favorite shows, favorite media, and medieval papers and sayings and all the crafty stuff that I've collected my entire life. It's finally my time to shine. So had all of that there, and I just thought it'd be so fun that instead of a normal guest book, people could scrapbook and draw and get crazy, and it's just the perfect creative outlet. If you weren't aware, I am a pretty introverted gal, and what I want at any party is something for me to be able to focus on or take a break from the main socializing when I need it. I want to craft at every party when I'm feeling maybe socially anxious or just need a break. So I had that there, or just, a place for you to be creative. So I got to prep that, which started to get me really excited. I decorated the opening page to give people inspiration, or say you can do this, rip stuff up, glue it, paste stuff on, go crazy with it, and people obliged. It is the last moment of calm before everything starts really kicking off. People start arriving from tomorrow, which is pretty mad. I'm so excited to see people, but I'm trying to, even though I still have a bit more work to do, I'm trying to just take the time for me to relax. Yeah, just me and my girl Moira tonight. I can't quite believe it that it's here. We met with our friend who will be doing the ceremony yesterday, and I'm just so excited for the magic moment that we're going to create. And yeah, I guess it's been so much work. It's actually here now.
So I'm just excited and nervous, and I don't know. I'm just like this feeling, whatever that is. So I'm gonna try to not feel like this for a moment. And the next time I see you guys, it'll all be heating up.
Then I popped by work to steal their steamer to steam all my outfits for the week, and then it was time to get this wedding week started.